Yo, if you score on me and you watch that replay, it's done. Don't do it. I'ma hit you with like 100 drag backs. I'ma park the bus. Boom. We gonna hold the ball all day and have a lovely old time. No cap. I can run the game in sandals. No long talk, don't ramble. If I score once, it's done. I'ma hold the ball, you won't have fun. Pass around the back, no shame. It's more than just a game. If you promise me elite, I'ma sell my mom's soul today.
Gold one, all I had is gold one. All I had is gold one, I'm stuck in gold one. All I had is gold one, I can't hit Elite 3. You can never see me in Elite, no.
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy 1 Star Week from you, and now watching another episode of the Broke Boy Road to Glory. And as you guys know, it is another week, another weekend league, and we are firmly in the trenches. But EA did drop a party bag SBC yesterday, and once again, by a show of hands, how many of you guys did it? How many of you guys got screwed over? I mean, you're gonna see what I packed there. It's gonna be the German flag, rule breakers. We get Marco Reus, and I'm conflicted with what I got from it because on one hand, I did not put anything really into the SBC. I just had to buy one inform. So that SBC really cost us about 20K. And when you look at the price of the SBC on Footbin, it's about 120K. Marco Reus is selling for 200K. But Marco Reus's card does not look that great. So I'm not really sure exactly why his card's so expensive. Maybe it was a rarity thing. It was like hard to pack that card and there's just not that many of them. But he's a card I will never, ever, ever use unless it's for objectives. So I guess while it could have been worse, it's hard for me to say it's a W. So yeah, we move. Let me show you guys the transfer list because we have had some outgoing transfers over the last day or two. Mertens, as much as I love them, had to go. And we did take a huge L on him, but that's pretty much what happened to the market. I bought him for 1.2. He sold for close to 900. It is what it is. Zahavi, who we packed in Foot Champs Rewards, actually ended up selling for 47K. I think it's because of the Party Bag SBC as well as the Icon SBCs that were out. Basically, I ended up selling him and buying an 82 rated Inform because that's all I needed for the SBC. So I was happy with that. Laporte, who we packed, I believe it was in Squad Battles Rewards last week, finally sold 40K. Icardi sold for 18K, which actually blew my mind. These 84s are selling for 9K. The 83 sold for about 2K. So we did need to grab every last coin because we did make a major signing, and it's probably easy for you to guess who it was just by the thumbnail. I mean, it's on the goddamn thumbnail. It's gonna be 92 rated Ronald Koeman. And when you look at this card, I mean, as a center back, he looks good, don't get me wrong. But imagine him further up the pitch. Imagine him at the CDM or CM position. He looks insane, all right? So he's 5'11". He has high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 3-star combination, as you guys see here. He has had 10 games, all of them in the weekend league, and he has 3 goals and 4 assists to show for it from the CM position. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So when you look at this Koeman card, yeah, like I said, he's gotten a pretty big upgrade over his other versions. Not only that, when you reimagine him as a midfielder, he looks like an absolutely mental card. I mean, his stats look so good, you could probably even play him at striker if you like that kind of striker. So he has 77 pace, which I think, along with his dribbling, are his weakest stats, so to say. But all his other stats are absolutely mental, so I'm willing to overlook them for the purposes of this review. I mean, shooting-wise, he looks brilliant. 85 finishing, 99 shot power, 98 goddamn long shots. His passing stats are brilliant as well, with a 98 long passing and 98 curve being the key stats here. Dribbling-wise is what concerns me more than the pace, because the pace I can get over. I have him surrounded with quicker midfielders. I'm sure you guys at home could put him next to quicker midfielders, but the dribbling, how's it gonna affect him? He has 68 agility, 74 balance, 79 dribblings. For a center back, these are great stats. For a CDM or CM, not so much. What does encourage me about it, and the reason why I did buy this card and decided to try him despite the bad dribbling stats, is that he's 5'11". He's not the tallest card. He doesn't have a stocky body type, so maybe he'll feel usable in game. We're going to talk about it. Defending and physical wise, he looks absolutely brilliant. There is no weak point there. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to let you guys know how my weekend league has been going. And I'm going to let you guys know, is this Koeman card worth it? Let's go. Yes, guys. So, according to Footbin, this Ronald Koeman card, the best Barcelona manager of all time, don't at me, I'm just playing, is selling for 1.2 million on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I'm kind of 50-50 on it. He feels more like a 900k to 1 million coin card. Maybe I'm nitpicking though. We're going to break down the stats, starting with the pace. He has 77 pace, and in game it's exactly what you'd expect. What I will note is that he didn't feel quite as heavy or slow when it came to tracking back or jockeying that I thought he would, but his pace was largely decent. I think if you throw a shadow on him, he's going to feel just about fine, and overall, I gotta give this guy's pace a 7.5 out of 10. It gets the job done, and if you put him next to a midfielder that has at least 80 pace, I don't think you're gonna notice it being an issue at all. Next, we're gonna talk about this guy's shooting, and surprisingly with this card, I actually found him a lot better, or a lot more impactful going forward for my team than defending, which is crazy. But we're gonna talk about it. He has 85 finishing, which in the box, this guy's shot is brilliant on his right foot. Because if you get it on his wrong foot, if you get it on his left foot, it might hit the target if you're in the box, don't get me wrong, because he has a 99 shot power, and all he really has to do is get it on target. But his right foot is an absolute killer inside the box. His long shots are absolutely brilliant. And even though his 79 attack position wouldn't have you think so, I left him on balance instructions, and this guy made all the right runs at the right times. Overall, this guy's shooting is an 8.5 out of 10. If you need a CM or CDM that could finish inside the box, yo, this Koeman card is definitely going to fit that card. Next, we're going to talk about his passing. And this was another thing that really adds to his quality going forward. This guy has all the traits necessary to be a deep line playmaker, to be a playmaker in general. I mean, 98 long passing, 98 curve means that his through balls, his driven passes are absolutely pinpoint to the spot, exactly where you'd aim them. Sometimes he'll imagine a pass that you can't even see, and he'll get through all the defenders, and you'll get an assist. This guy's passing was absolutely insane, and one of the best assets about this card. Because as we're going to talk about in a little bit, his dribbling wasn't amazing. So having the great passing stats really makes him more dynamic. He could pick a pass very well. And I think the real way to use this card is to one-touch pass. His one-touch passing was absolutely brilliant. His short passing in and around the box had the finesse that you'd expect from a card of this stature. And overall, this guy's passing is a 9.25 out of 10. He is an absolutely insane passer of the ball. Next, we're going to talk about his dribbling. And this was the elephant in the room. This was the big question mark over his head. How does he feel on the ball? And surprisingly, he actually wasn't bad. The 68 agility is 74 balance. Of course, didn't feel great. And of course, we did have to throw an engine cam style on him. But he got the job done, let me tell you. I mean, do not do any skills with him. I noticed that if you do an L1 fake shot, a heel to heel, his dribbling isn't tight enough. I mean, the defender can sometimes just interrupt the skill move, take the ball, and your time's up. The ball's gone. But if you keep it simple, R1 dribbling, L1 dribbling, left stick dribbling, this guy's actually very decent. He's not the worst in the world to turn. And I think a lot of that is because of his body type. He's not that tall. So he's very, very okay on the ball is what I would say. His 87 ball control and 92 reactions means that every time he tackles the ball, he wins the ball back. And his 90 composure means that he does not feel pressure. He's a goddamn sociopath. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 7 out of 10. Don't use this guy as a press-resistant midfielder. If you focus on the simple things and focus on the give and goes, this guy's dribbling will not let you down at all. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical. And as I alluded to earlier in the video, I did actually notice his shooting and passing and his quality going forward more than his defending and physical. But don't get me wrong, his defending and physical was very nice. But he's more of the defender that quietly does the job, is quietly always in the right place at the right time to really nit attacks, or what am I saying? Stop attacks before they start, rather than somebody who's gonna really wow you with his extreme challenges, his last-ditch tackles. But let's talk about it. His 96 interceptions are brilliant. He's always in the right place at the right time. Like I said, his defensive AI is more intelligent than me. It's crazy. His stand tackle at 94 with his 89 aggression and 89 strength would lead you to believe that he has an overpowering challenge, but because of his body type, it felt more like a strong, accurate challenge. If you've ever used Tavernier, he feels very similar to him going into a challenge. So he's gonna never get bullied, but at the same time, he's not really gonna bully people. He'll more so strongly suggest they get off the ball, and he'll take the ball away. His 88 stamina is solid. I wish it was in the 90s, but it's not really a hindrance at all to him. And his 87 jumping and 87 heading accuracy means that He's pretty decent in the air, and in fact, he did score me a headed goal. Overall, this guy's defending and physical is a 9 out of 10. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict of this card? I think if you could put him in a 3-man midfield, ideally, but if not, put him in a 2-man midfield in the CDM position, and put him next to a card that's more agile and quicker than him, somebody like a Lam, somebody even like a Conte. I think he's going to do a lot of good things for you, and he can be a very nice overlapping CDM, somebody who could really finish in the box, finish long shots, and pick a pass very well. He does have a lot of quality going forward. The only thing with him is that if you like to dribble in circles with your CDM, he's not really going to be your type of player. But other than that, he has absolutely no weakness. His shot is cracking, his passing is insane, and his defending and physical is very, very reliable. Overall, I gotta give this card a 9 out of 10. I was pleasantly surprised by him, and I really enjoyed using him. Alright guys, so you might be wondering how I'm doing in the weekend league, and the 3-1-4-2 formation has been doing bits. It's been very fun to use, and we are 8-2 in the weekend league. Unfortunately, I do not think we're going to finish all 30 games. I just don't foresee it happening with my schedule this weekend, but we will be aiming for at least a goal 3 finish, maybe a goal 2 finish to get the extra player picks. But yeah, that's where we're at. Maybe after the weekend league is done, I'll give you a brief overview of how this formation is done, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's brought the fun back to FIFA for me. Let me know in the comment section down below how your weekend league has gone. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. But until then,